Oh, fuck. There's a trash can in my way. I used to do reviews on my other channel, La Film Lumiere. La Film Lumiere. I go to fucking film school, yay. I decided to just sort of do them on my normal channel instead from now on. Cause I forgot my password for the other one. Let's talk about Inception. Oh, I should tell you, this is not a hickey. This is, no, I'm not so lucky. No. I was having a cigarette outside, and my dog jumped on me, and my cigarette butt entered my chest cavity. So now I've got a blister here, and this is just all shades of fucked. Wish it were a hickey, wouldn't that be nice? How obscene. The basic plot of Inception, and I use the word basic very loosely because it's very convoluted and awful. Not like an awful film, but just like, if you want to sit there and not think, that's not gonna happen. Inception follows a group of professional mindfuckers as they try to plant an idea into the mind of this corporate executive via his dreams. That wasn't so hard, was it? That was like pretty easy. Yeah, not that bad. It's not as complicated as everybody says. The film stars Leonardo DiCaprio as Dominic Cobb, who's the leader of this band of mindfuckers, whose father, Michael Caine, taught him as a boy to navigate the mind. And since then, he sort of, I guess, kind of deformed that more pure ideal and used it to enter a criminal career. As we all would. I mean, who wouldn't? I would. I want to be a criminal anyway. If I were a mind-fucking criminal, that'd be great. Cobb gets together this band of misfits, including Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who plays Arthur, some snappy, witty British man who can impersonate others in someone else's dream. Ellen Page is Ariadne, who designs the dreams. That hilarious guy from Drag Me to Hell, who all he said was, yes, no, yes, yes, no, yes. That guy. He plays the chemist who basically creates sort of a very powerful anesthesia. Marion Cotillard is Moll. Not a very good name. Moll. It's a little obvious. She is Leonardo DiCaprio's deceased wife, who sort of manifests herself in his subconscious and kind of fucks shit up throughout the course of the entire film. I think it's Ken Watanabe. I don't know. It might be Ken Watanabe as Saito, who's basically funding the whole operation. The one who's hired Leonardo DiCaprio to go in there and screw up their mark, played by beautiful, blue-eyed baby boy Cillian Murphy. Ooh. Every time I see Cillian Murphy, I have to change my underwear. Yep. Inception has gotten, fairly positive reviews from everybody, and I'd say that's pretty well deserved. It's extremely enjoyable to watch. It's visually just astounding. They accomplished a lot. Christopher Nolan, he's extremely ambitious, obviously. One of the main reasons I liked Inception is because it sort of harkened back to Nolan's Memento days. It was that kind of just sort of very cerebral experience. It was pretty good. It was pretty decent. All in all. It definitely had its down points. The main qualm I had with Inception lies in the story. I'm not knocking it at all. I think it's visually stunning. I think it's very well acted. But without knocking the positive aspects, I'd say the story was a little off in terms of trying too hard. I think Christopher Nolan is very good at keeping a film going, like very good at, pacing. At the same time, the core elements of the plot are not exactly up to par. Another big problem I had was with the ending. Spoiler, 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 spoiler. Kinda. The ending of Inception leaves a lot to the imagination. It's up to the viewer to kind of decide what the fuck actually happened. One of the possibilities is the good old "it was all a dream" nonsense. I hate that shit. I hate it. I think it's the biggest cop-out in the world, and, you know, insulting, frankly, to an audience. And so I am frustrated by the ending because that could be it. I'd like to think it's not. I respect Christopher Nolan as a director. I think that Memento is one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. I think that Dark Knight and I think that Batman Begins were both really good. Not too fond of The Prestige, not too fond of Insomnia, but at the same time, they're not, by any means, bad films. They're just not. Not his best by a long shot. Having said that, I really enjoyed the film. I thought the cinematography was innovative. I thought the editing, and the sound editing in particular, was phenomenal. The score was great. It was great. Fucking foghorn. Marion Cotillard was without a doubt the standout performance in that film. She was phenomenal. As for the other performances, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio did a great job. He's a real actor now. I've been watching Leonardo DiCaprio since he was on Growing Pains as that street rat who came to live with the zebras. And I think it's so great that he's finally become like a man. Like a real man with facial hair and a furrowed brow and muscles. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is always a joy to watch. I think that he's one of the most underrated actors of my generation. And I'd like to marry him one day, if possible. One day, maybe, you know, this will be an actual hickey, courtesy of Mr. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Ellen Page, I can do without. I think she's okay. Michael Caine. I would watch Michael Caine all day, every day, and my only regret is that he wasn't in it more. The other day I watched Zulu, which was his first movie when he was like 14. And by 14, I mean like 23. He's like the best ever. If it was Ken Watanabe, I really liked watching Ken Watanabe. I thought he was superb as Saito. Cillian Murphy. What can I say? I'm in love. I'm deeply in love with him. I would do unspeakably dirty things to Cillian Murphy. All in all, I'd give Inception like a B, because what it lacks in coherentness and plot cohesiveness, it makes up for in very good performances, excellent score, and excellent technical aspects. I can honestly tell you I've never seen a movie quite like it, which is difficult nowadays. So, B, 4 out of 5 stars. I walked away pretty satisfied.